Work smart, not hard is a phrase that we often get to hear, especially when it comes to practicing the guitar. But this sentence leads to one problem: the Dunning-Kruger effect. What all of this has to do with Steve Vai and why we rather should say work smart and hard, you will find out in today's video. Here we go. Hey Guitar Champion, what's going on? I'm Mr. Norbach, back from my practice cave, and welcome to today's video. In today's video we're going a little bit deeper into the psychological analysis of learning and practicing. And we're talking about a really cool approach and method that we all can use for our practice routine. A year ago I sat down with a good friend of mine and German YouTuber Bernd Kills, and he talked about a method that he learned from Steve Vai while checking out his Steve Vai guitar camp in the United States. And since we talked about this approach, I thought a little bit about it, and nowadays I'm really a lot into the psychological understanding of teaching and of education, reading some books and papers here and there, doing some researches. I came across again over this kind of approach and method, but with a different kind of perspective, and especially with some critique and some danger that I found in this kind of method. Steve Vai's philosophy behind learning a musical piece, a lick, a technique, or whatever, everything that you can learn with this instrument, is that you have to go through 4 individual stages. These stages are really common when it comes to the psychology of learning, and they are called the 4 stages of competence. We have unconscious incompetence, conscious incompetence, conscious competence, and unconscious competence. That's a hard word for a German. So, but what is the meaning behind those 4 stages? Let's start with stage number 1, unconscious incompetence. You are unaware of the skill and your lack of proficiency. Translating to guitar, you're just playing around, you don't know what you're doing, you have no clue what could be right, what could you be wrong. Then let me take a lick for you as an example. It could sound like this. The famous lick of this channel, and yes, I'm going to talk about this lick here as well. Conscious incompetence. You are aware of the skill, but not yet proficient. You know, for example, in this situation, hand synchronization is off, left hand is quite fast. At the right hand, the other hand cannot really comprehend with the tempo, not really get along. Gets stuck between strings, something is wrong here. In the right hand, everything's fine, nearly everything's fine in the left hand. Oh, I just realized before I start recording, I maybe should clean up my room and get away of all the energy drink bottles here. Oh, let me quickly do this. Got this at piracy. Conscious competence. You are able to use the skill, but only with effort, which means you have practiced this lick with other licks or with certain different methods, like for example from the ZEN of Speed-Picking, my online masterclass about speed picking, link you will find in the description box. But still, when you're playing it, for example in a live situation, you still have to think about what you're doing. You know that here and there some small little mistakes can happen and all this kind of stuff, but as long as you focus, you kind of get along, and it more sounds like this instead of this. And in the end we have unconscious competence, which means that you don't have to think anymore about what you are doing. You're doing it automatically. It became something which is second nature for you. First, the unconscious incompetence is what I meant with the Dunning-Kruger effect. That you are not aware of what you are doing, that you're doing something wrong, maybe you don't care, until somebody is telling you, hey dude, you're sounding really sloppy, there are so many open strings in there, it's not muted or clean at all, you should clean it up, this lick, it's not really tight, whatever critique in this kind of situation belongs. Now, a lot of people are saying that unconscious incompetence is the danger zone. We should go away from it, and we should get a lick from unconscious incompetence to conscious incompetence to conscious competence, and in the end, of course, to unconscious competence. But I personally think that the unconscious competence, the last level, this one is the dangerous level when it comes to learning something or to learning the instrument? Well, a lot of times these 4 stages of competence, they are pictured as 4 squares or like a pyramid, but I would say it's actually more kind of a circle. No, it's a 3D spiral. You have to see it like this. When you start having an automation in what you are doing, then you cannot improve on this kind of field, on this kind of level anymore. Because you checked it. You said, I'm done. It's unconscious competence. I can play it without thinking. Done. But is it done? When you're taking a magnifying glass and take a deeper and closer look into your playing and what you're doing, you find that there is a next stage to it, a next level to it. Hello cat, goodbye cat. So don't stop at the unconscious competence. Always try to check with your magnifying glass, oh, maybe when I see this certain lick from that kind of direction, or can I play it in a different key, which is not often a problem for us guitar players, but it's an example. Or can I play it, for example, with a different rhythm, starting not on the 1 of the bar. Transform the thing that you thought this is unconscious competence into a different situation, and then you will find out that there are a lot of things where it is again at level 1, at unconscious incompetence. Then you have to start all over. For me, the most important section is actually level number 2, conscious incompetence. So I'm always aware of what I'm doing wrong, and by this awareness I know where I have to practice and what I need to practice next. Let me go back to this famous lick from this channel. I mean, I have told this story a few times now here, but let me repeat this story. After Ingvi has left the stage. When I was preparing for the ZEN of speed picking, I was practicing a lot the following lick. Musically, oh Ingvi! I'm so sorry. Musically speaking, actually pretty easy because we're just going in scale up and down, but for us guitar players, because of the uneven number of notes that we have on every string, we are always changing between inside picking, outside picking. We always have to change with our pick standing. And yes, I want to alternate pick here everything and not do any effort of playing it economy picking because no. I want to play it alternate picking. This lick is really hard, especially played fast. You need to have a lot of control in your right and in your left hand. So I was practicing this lick a lot and I was thinking like, oh, I'm quite fast with this lick. Nice, I'm as fast and I'm as in control like Rick Graham or Martin Miller, all those crazy picking guys. I'm really good. Yes. I was in the final stage. I was in the unconscious competence stage. I didn't have to think at all over this lick. I was smart, not hard training. But in the same time, the Dunning-Kruger effect happened because I was not looking at my playing with a magnifying glass. But then I did. I recorded a video while practicing this lick. And by checking, just by accident, going frame by frame in my Premiere Pro program, I realized, oh wait a second, I'm actually slowing down, not playing this here. I'm playing this. I'm doing hammer on every 6th note. And backwards, even worse, I was not playing this here, I was playing this. I was economy picking. I was playing the thing that I tried to avoid, economy picking. Good. After this realization, I have to be honest, I was desperate for 2 weeks. I was really not feeling good. I was thinking to myself, God damn it, I'm creating currently something here which should help guitar players to understand picking and to do it better, but I can't even do it by myself. So I sat down and I fucking worked the hell out of it. I stopped working smart, I started working hard. And I'm aware that I'm extremely oversimplifying here the concept of working hard and working smart. Of course, it's good to work smart, not working wrong, but sometimes you also have to work hard. I was again back at stage number 1, but I was at the next level. So I knew, okay, I could play kind of fast in a certain section with my right hand, I knew my left hand, but there were the small details that I did not see before. So what I want to say with this video and with this kind of method is, always analyze your playing. Take a certain lick, a certain skill, whatever it could be like, can I play in this scale? Can I play this technique? Can I do this? Can I do that? And try to analyze on which kind of level you are. And as soon as you have reached level number 4, don't stop there. Take your magnifying glass, record yourself, film yourself, take a deeper look into it and see on which kind of things you have to start again at level 1. Now this kind of sounds negative in the first place, maybe, but I would say this is super awesome because we can always improve, we can always progress. My lifestyle is a progressive lifestyle. In all kind of aspects of life, I try to be progressive. And here again, we can develop, we can improve, we can be better, and we can form something new with taking a different point of view. So don't stop there. Even though that when you are playing songs live on tour, maybe after a tour, listen to some recordings from the live situations. Maybe take the magnifying glass again and look into some details. Are you playing that riff here correctly and tight? Do you play this solo correctly and whatnot? Just try to go one level deeper into the 3-dimensional spiral of the 4 stages of competence. So much for today's little talky video. I hope you liked this little video and hope I'm going to see you in my next video. Cheers so far. Please consider subscribing to this channel, leave a like, leave a comment and stay progress. Bye.